Um, I was just sitting up here and I was scrolling on my timeline on Twitter looking for something funny to watch. And I saw a post that got me to thinking. And so I said, you know what? Um, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Right. So tonight, instead of covering the price section, I want to talk about something that is quite the discussion in the trading community, right? So let's talk about it. I'm going to put the link in the chat and I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. And that's the link right there. That's the link in the chat. And we're going to talk about this, man. Sim versus live. Let's talk about it. Let me go over here and pin this link to the top of the chat. And then after that, if y'all still want to talk about price action after I give my spiel, and hopefully we can have a conversation about this. What's up, Alfonso? Let me like my own video. Let me pin this to the top of the chat. What's up, Charmaine? What's up? Hit a learn and share. What's up, sweetie? That's my sweetie. What's up, to Trinisha? What's up, KC? I see y'all in the chat. The Asian moving. Okay, so let's talk about this, man. And the reason, no, I wasn't on Twitter. I was on IG, right? I was on IG, and I saw on my homie Mark's story. My partner Mark, I saw his story, right? Let me look at it and see, because I see this a lot, and I hear a lot of people say it, and a lot of people have issue with it. Well, Tim, what he talked about? You ain't saying nothing. That's because I'm trying to get to the story so I can read it. Cool your jets. It says, this is how many people rope you in. I'm a great trader. Look at my returns this month alone, right? And it's got, you know what I'm saying, like some gains, some gains, right? And then it says, but this is the reality. I kill it with paper trading. But when it comes to skin in the game, the emotions sometimes get to me. That's what he's saying about himself, right? And he's showing like the thing where it's like paper trading. It's a paper trading account. But like on the first one, you couldn't see that it was a paper trading account. You just saw like the returns, right? So this is what Lil Timmy Rogers feel about the situation. This is what I think, right? I think that if a person is trying to teach you a skill, right, and they're showing you this skill works, and they're teaching you this skill, and you're learning the skill for yourself, right, and they're telling you to sim test it first, right? They telling you to sim test it first. They teaching you the skill, or even if they don't even tell you to sim test it, they just teaching you a skill, and they're showing you it works. And then you try it for yourself in sim or live, and it's working for you. Does it really matter if it's a paper trading account or a sim account? Does it really matter? Because I know for a fact that a lot of people in the community get big mad because your favorite trader is using a sim account, right? The first thing they say is they're not risking any money, right? But if they're teaching you a skill, does it matter if they risking real money if it works? If they're teaching you something that works, does it really matter if they're using a sim account or a live account? Do they have to risk real money to teach you something? Should they risk real money to teach you something? Is it okay just to take them at their word that they know how to do it? Now, I would be a fool if someone came up to me and said they know how to do something and they couldn't show me they know how to do it, and I just took them at their word, right? If you tell me you know how to trade a certain way, but you can't show me that you can trade that way, I got a problem with that. But if you can show me that you can do what you're telling me, I don't care if it's sim or not, because you're showing me that you can do it. Right? But like so many people got a problem with instructors using simulated accounts. Right? Now, this is where I have a problem with it. When somebody put up a thing saying, this how much money I made, and this is a live account and it's real, and then it comes out that that's a sim account, then I got a problem with you, because you lying to me. You making me think that you're actually making that money when you're not. I don't care if it's sim or real. Just show me that you can do what you say you can do, and we cool. But don't pretend that your money is coming from trading when your money is coming from teaching, right? Personally, as soon as I see an instructor, I assume that all of your money is coming from teaching. And the reason why I'm like that is because when I was in video and photography, every person that was selling a course for video and photography, they were no longer doing the video and photography. They had no new work. The only work they can show you was all of their old stuff, because they didn't have the time to do the video and photography no more, because they were teaching. So in trading, when I see you selling a course, I automatically assume that all your money is coming from your course and you no longer trade. That's just little Timmy Rogers. That's what I assume from the world that I come from. When it was music, when I was doing music, all of the people that was teaching you how to produce, they wasn't producing nothing new no more. They was remaking let me show you how I made this beat. They weren't making nothing new anymore. The people, the photographers, the wedding photographers I used to follow, they were no longer doing weddings. They was only showing you how to be a social media, make it on social media, how to book clients on social media, how to do this. They were no longer shooting weddings anymore. Right? But show me that you can do what you're trying to teach me, and I'm cool. The only issue I have with it is when you pretend that the trading is funding your lifestyle when it's the teaching that's funding your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with me. Just say, I made a lot of money trading. This is how I made the money trading. These are the techniques I used. Right? I'm cool with that. I don't care if you do it in sim or live. Right? Because if you showing me you know how to do this, if you can do it, I can do it. But if you can't get on that computer and show me you know how to trade, then I'll be a bigger fool to give you my money anyway when you ain't even showed me that you know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on it. Who how y'all feel about it? How y'all feel about it? Does it depend on your personality? I've heard people say that if they didn't have skin in the game, it isn't helpful for them. That skin in the game thing, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. All right. That skin in the game thing, the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. Because people say you got to have skin in the game. I disagree with that because live trading is heavily taxing on a person emotionally. I don't care who you are. You know how some people don't test well? You can know everything it is about this subject, but when you sit down and take that test, you just lock up. You can't test, you bomb the test, but you know everything it is about it leading up to that test. But when you sit down and take that test, you lock up, you freeze. Some people just aren't able to do it. That don't mean they don't know how to do it. And if you can show me you know how to do it, and you can teach me how to do what you're doing, I don't care if you do it in sim or in live. All right. That's just like when you have a man and a woman, and the man get mad because the woman make more money than him, and so he don't want her to take more promotions to get more money because she gonna make even more money than him. Now I want you to be a little less than me. No, it don't matter if you can actually physically go out there and do it. Long as you can teach it to me and show me you know how to do it, I'm cool. I don't care how much money you actually got in your account. You know what I'm saying? That like people get all caught up in pocket watching. I don't care how much money you got in your account. If you can teach me the skill, and I'm willing to pay you to teach me the skill, I don't care if you use a sim account. How many times ICT done got on YouTube and said this is a sim account? And it's only a few of his haters that bash him for using sim accounts. Only a few that bash him for using sim accounts. You know why? Because people start to figure out this stuff really works. Now, back in the past, it was a whole lot of people that was bashing ICT because they was on the bandwagon with the haters. He only use sim accounts. He don't use real accounts. He ain't real trader. He don't. And when they start finding out this stuff work, them naysayers started getting real quick. It's still a few haters that still bashing for using sim accounts. I've also heard that it's totally different when it's your own money. So you might not trade the same live. Exactly. You don't trade the same on live and sim. You don't trade the same. It's an individual person. So just because I'm not good at trading live, I can't control my emotions when I trade live, don't mean I can't teach somebody how to trade. Because if I can teach you the skill, the same skill that I got, you may be able to control your emotions better than me. You may be able to control your emotions better than me. And then, check this out. When people show the thing and say, I'm a great trader, look at my returns. If they didn't just steal somebody's screenshot and show it to you, they actually did that. So again, who cares if it's sim? Are you upset because they didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's sim, so you feel like it's not real? They actually did it. They actually did it. Unless they just took somebody's screenshot and gave you that. Now, if they're going that far with it, that's scammy. But if you sim trade something and then you just tell somebody, say, hey, I'm a great trader, look at my returns. Those are your returns. You can't pay your light bill with it, but it's your returns. So again, if I can teach you this? These my thoughts on it. I ain't trying to convince y'all. We having a conversation. Let's get to. I want somebody to pull up and hit the link. That's pinned to the top of the chat and voice your opinion. Where I'm at. Hit learn and share was the last one I hit. Does it? It also depends. Good evening. The issue with a sim account is that you can fake gains. The people learning from you don't know if it really works. Again, if you can't show me that you can, and that's true, you can fake the gains. So if you can show me that it works, I don't care if it's sim. I don't care if it's sim. Right? That's just like if you when they advertise cars, right? When they advertise a car, they put the top model car on that commercial. Right? They put the top model car on that commercial. When you get there, right? You be like, man, where's the one that's in the commercial? If they can't show you the one that's in the commercial, you're not going to buy the one that's on the showroom floor because they can't show you they got what you saw in the commercial. So when they show that online, if they can't show you they can do this, that's on you for buying it. If they can show me that they can do it, I don't care if it's sim. I know you can fake a sim account, but if you can show me that you can do it, who cares if it's sim? Oh, you hit a nerve flashback. So true. Let me be quiet. What's up? What? Pull up, Tranisha. Pull up, Tranisha. Blue. True. The different angle. I don't know. You meant from the perspective of mentors. I assume we're asking from personal. This from all sides of this. This ain't me talking like as someone's mentor. This is me. I'm a student to the game. I'm a student to the game right now. I'm forever learning right now, right? But it's just this thing, and it's crazy, right? The people that be getting duped, and I use duped in air quotes because, again, not attacking the victim, right? I'm not attacking the victim, but hear me when I say this, right? We are too willing to trust things on Al Gore's internet. When we go to a brick and mortar spot, we put far more, like, what's the word I'm looking for? We got a far more stringent process of letting go of our coin when we go to a brick and mortar spot or when we standing in front of somebody. But when it comes to Al Gore's internet, we believe everything we see and quickly shell over the money. Not attacking the victims, because there are some people out there with predatory habits, but we are quick to relinquish our coin at the drop of a dime on Al Gore's internet. So we have to take a little bit of responsibility for ourselves for not thoroughly vetting the people, right? Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, and I've spent a lot of money on courses, got the plaques to prove it. Right? But when you think about it, even though that person can't personally do what it is they're teaching in their course, they are, for the most part, they are delivering on teaching you this skill. And at the end of the day, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for someone to teach you this skill. That's just like when you go on your job. I ain't gonna say 9 times. In the field that I was in, it was probably 9 times out of 10. But I'll say 7 times out of 10, your manager don't know how to do your job. Your manager can't do your job. But it's your manager's responsibility to ensure that somebody new coming into this job is trained properly. Right? But your manager can't do your job. But your manager has to make sure that you get trained properly, the person coming in get trained properly. But your manager can't do your job, but your manager is the one in charge. Your manager is not an HR person, but your manager got to stand up there and give you safety briefings and all kind of stuff. But they don't know how to do HR stuff. But they can teach somebody. They can get a book and read it. You have been trained. You ever been at work and you go through, you sign a piece of paper saying you've been trained on something? Them folk ain't come down and train you. Your manager, your supervisor sat up there and read that thing, and then you signed that paper. Yeah, I've been trained. You've been trained. What's up, Robinson? So much to say, but I'm going to be good. 23. Pull up, Tranisha. We talking. You see what it say? Let's talk about it. Pull up. We talking. You ain't missing nothing. Ain't nobody picking on me. I'm just talking. I just want, because it's this big thing. It's this big thing in the community where it's like sim versus live. It's like, you know what I'm saying? People get so much flack for teaching in sim or using sim accounts to show results. If I can do it, who cares if I'm doing it in sim or not? Because if I can do it and I can teach you how to do it, if you can do it in sim, that means you can do it. If you can control your emotions, you can do it in live. So now, are you mad at me because you can't control your emotions and do it live? Because if I do it live, it's not going to make a difference about your emotional state. So are you mad at me because you can't pull the trigger in live? Or should I say, am I mad at you because I can't pull the trigger in live? I'm just out here trying to teach you something. Does it matter if I teach in sim or live? When you go to training on different computer type classes and stuff, you train in sim. The instructor standing up there in a simulated account. When I was in the military and when I was working out on posts, when we went to train on the different, like we didn't work on a live system, because if we go in there and work on a live system, when they teaching us, we didn't work on live systems, because if you mess something up in a live system, you done screwed up everything. They taught us in a simulated system. And it made sense for them to teach us in a simulated system. But when it comes to this right here, people don't want to be taught in a simulated system. Why is that? Why is that? What's up, Mark? Mark, pull up. I know you're going to pull up. I know you're going to pull up. What's up, BFF? My BFF. What's going on? Unmute. I can't.
Yeah, I had to mute myself, man. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yo, straight up, man, listen. If I'm trying to show somebody how to do something, I'm not risking my money while I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense. Because if I'm in a trade, I ain't thinking about you. I'm trying to worry about myself. So it's hard to do that, man. When you try to train somebody or teach somebody something and you're risking your money, so you're trying to explain something to them at the same time that you're trying to watch the market and all those kind of things. So, hey, if you can do that, God bless you.
Yeah. I mean, I like that take on it. I like that. I ain't risking my money from teaching you. And like I say, people, this just a conversation. I just, because a lot of people got issue with it. Mark, I know, pull up, Mark. I know if you're still in here, pull up. I want to hear your part on it.
Now, but Tim, like you said, now if you faking somebody else's stuff, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. If you faking somebody else's stuff, or you can't really do what you say you can do, that's you just scamming. That's totally different. But if you can show me that you can do it, I don't care if you teaching me in sim. That's me. You know, that's me. That's just my thing. Do anybody else want to share something? What we got over here? Thought you were going to... Nah. Nah. Oh, that's Joshua. What's up, Josh? You still in here? You still... What's up, my guy? Mark, you ain't going to pull up? Mark ain't going to pull up.
No, he said he coming.
Oh, he coming? Oh, okay. I'm still going through the chat. He saw a post and saw... Oh, they was telling you what was going on.
Oh, who's talking? Oh, that's Tim Nemesis.
That's my BFF. That's my BFF. That's who it is. They hold on. Let me see if I can put the thing on there. Let me see if I can put the what's the name on there so they can see it. How do you do that? Settings. Let me see here. Camera, mirror, no, guess. I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, it might be over here. Because it's a way to put the names at the bottom. I can't remember. But it say BFF Robinson. That's what it says. That's what it say. My BFF. Let me see what else. Who we and not what it say. You know that's a sim plaque. I just caught that one. Okay. You're welcome. Not a sim plaque. There are a lot of grifters out here selling fake courses and giving. Yes, there is. And that's why I say there is a lot of predatory practices going on out here. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say we got to learn how to like vet that stuff out. We got to learn how to vet that stuff. Like me personally, you know what I'm saying? Like I need to see some kind of sustenance before I start dropping coin. And then like I say, the courses I've paid for, they're not bad courses. I just was, with the exception of the Bond Mastery course, every other course I paid for, I was beyond that learning point in my journey. It was like if I was brand new, I'm not gonna say $4,500 was worth it, but it was, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I didn't feel scammed because of the course. It just was like, okay, that wasn't for me, but I'm talking about the whole debate behind, sim versus live. I don't care if you trade in sim if you can do it. I love sim. I use to fight FOMO and also find my contracts for it. That's a good tool. I love ICT period. Hey, ICT to go.
I look at the master, what he does. I look at ICT, what he does. I mean, regardless of whether it's sim or live, they give you the skills you need to trade those strategies. And that's what's important, learn those strategies. I mean, we've seen ICT call out tick by tick what's going to happen in the market. I don't care if that was sim or live. That's a skill.
What is TMP? What is, do you know what TMP is? Somebody said, was it TMP that posted fake gains? What is TMP? Where's the link? The link pinned to the top of the chat, man. Give me a sec. I'll pull up for the smoke. It ain't no smoke, man. What you talking about? What's TMP? Trinisha, what's TMP?
Oh, he said the money printers. I don't know what that is, man.
Oh, the money. What is that? What is the money printers?
That sounds like a scam.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what the money printers.
Y'all do know it's illegal to print money, right?
Yeah. Tim missed my post. I did. I'm sorry, Trinish. I'm trying to scroll through the chat. What What's the month? Let's look that up. I want to look that up now. While we waiting on Mark to put. Do anybody else want to pull up and share anything? Do anybody else want to pull up and share anything? I said my thoughts. Dane Bun.
Now playing I Heard.
No, shit, I wasn't talking to you. Dane Bun. Now I'm playing I Heart. He accidentally skipped your comment, Tranisha. I didn't. What did I miss? Now I got to go back. Who that talking? We answered that. Robson answered that himself. Then we saw the Black Al Dave. No, we saw that. No LOL. I love ICT. There you go. Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch.
What up, man? Hold on.
What's up with you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
All right, cool. Perfect.
Yeah. First of all, before you get in your bag, this ain't the smoke. What I was saying, I did see your post, and it brought it to my mind because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, like, I think I know your issue with the whole sim thing, and it's the issue that I addressed of people using the sim and faking like this is how they making their money and not
a lot of them do that.
Yeah, this is the sim account and they making most of their money off of the thing, but they pretending like they still trade. I think that was when me and you talked, I think that was your issue with it. But I was just saying, let's talk about it. Does it really matter if you use a sim or not? If you are teaching the skill, if you can teach the skill, does it matter if you use sim or not? That's what I was posing.
Yes, I would say yes. I do because this
point.
Is if you're transparent about it, right? So like let's say I start a group, I charge $40 a month. And if I tell you up front, like, look, I'm really good at teaching, like I know my stuff, because clearly I've shown it on paper trading multiple times. Like I can trade, right? But the emotional part is like 80% of it. And I know something that's individually, and that's something that really can't be taught. But if you're selling the fact that you are a profitable trader who's consistently profitable, who's making this money that you're posting, it should be real and not sim, because it's 100 times easier to do sim than it is to put your real money on the line. And my issue with a lot of these people is not that they're faking it. Is like, just be transparent about it. Just be honest. Be like, yo, like I made my net worth off of you because you're paying me $50 a month and I have 1,000 people in a group. That's how I got rich. That's how I got this nice house. This is how I got this nice car. It's not through trading, because you're really not trading. You get what I'm saying? That's my biggest issue. That's like if right now, if I start something, I'm like, y'all see me do, like, I've been doing cover calls and stuff, but I'm actually doing cover calls, right? But let's say I do cover calls, but I increase my position by 1,000 shares of Tesla, and then I do cover calls on all of them. But the reality is I don't really have 1,000 shares, and I'm teaching and telling people, look how much money I made today. You got to be transparent. The transparency is the issue, and that's the issue with so many people, and that's why they hide their returns a lot of times. Like especially on NinjaTrader, anybody that I see that has like the charts up and then how much they made, but they hide everything to the left, because then you could tell if it's sim or not. Mm-hmm. That's how I know that most likely you're faking it. That's my personal opinion. And if you're selling something, you should be able to really do this. If I'm saying I am a full-time trader and I could teach you to become a full-time trader, I better really be a full-time trader making money off of trading, not off of the subscription services in the group. And that's my issue.
Mark, you're saying you're really not a full-time trader, you're a full-time marketer.
Correct. And that's what 99% of those people are, full-time marketers.
Okay, but
it's the same thing. But what sounds better, right? What sounds better? Yo, look, I made $15,000 today. I can show you how to do it. But the perception, I mean, you're not really lying, but you're kind of lying, because it's sim. It's not real. Like, can you really do this with real money?
Okay, but right? Okay, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. If, right, if like just say I learned how to trade, right, and I was trading full time, right, or even if I wasn't trading full time, right, I quit my job. Now I'm selling the course to teach you my trading strategies or how I learned this skill. If I teach you that skill yourself, does it matter if I'm using a sim account? If you actually learn a skill, does it matter?
Well, it depends, right? So if you hold on, so if you're saying that you quit your full-time job to teach, but do you have a call-out room where you're making call-outs? And are you taking that trade, or are you just making call-outs without actually putting your own money in there? That's the issue that I noticed. What a lot of people are starting to catch on is like, yo, you're making call-outs, but you're not even taking the trade yourself. So how do I know that that's you really have conviction in this trade? Or you just look at numbers like, here you go, do this, go do that, go do that. And you have people losing money and you're not even risking it yourself either. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, but if I go back again to what I said before, I said on Al Gore's internet, we so quick to shell out money without doing any investigating. So if I'm going to shell out money to you to come into your call out room without knowing if you can actually do it, whose fault is that?
I mean, look, there is, I gotten to the point, that's why I don't do the trading group reviews anymore on my channel. You do get a point where it's like, it is your responsibility as well, right? It is 100%. You have to do your due diligence. The problem is when I first started, and I think you agree with me, Tim, there wasn't anybody really reviewing a lot of these groups. Yeah, I think I was the only one. I was the only one reviewing these groups. And when I first started, I believed everything they were saying. I was drinking the Kool-Aid. When you put a call in there and I take it and I made money off of it, I'm like, oh, cool. And you start posting stuff like, yo, I made 15,000 today. Like everyone put your earnings in there. You see people put 500, some 1,000 or whatever, but you don't even know if it's real or not. They could just be paper trading the entire time. But then after a while, you start realizing you start putting on more risk. This person's really not putting on risk. They're just doing the call outs, and 10 call outs, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 hit. But you called out 10. So what about the people that took those 4 bad ones? They just burned their account. And there has to be a level of responsibility on the instructor. There's a difference. Like I don't believe in penny stocks, but I know a lot of people know Tim Sykes, the penny stock guy, the white dude. He's like before everybody else apparently. Like I've heard he was a scammer and everything, but I recently came across some of his videos because I was going to do, I'm doing research on some stuff, and he's been very transparent. He's like, I am a teacher. I'm not a trader. He's like, I don't really trade. He's like, I am a teacher. He's like, and then the guy asked him, like, well, do you make more money trading or teaching? He's like, I make about 10x more teaching than I do trading. It's like, that's what I do. It's like, I'm an instructor, not a trader. He's like, it's not my fault people think I'm a trader. It's like, yes, I do trade, but I don't do it consistently. I'm mostly teaching, and that's how I made my wealth. Just be transparent about it. And not enough people are transparent about it because it's not sexy. It's just like right now, I'm doing these cover calls, cash secure puts, and vertical spreads. To be honest, if I could go back in time, that's where I really should have started off first. That's where a lot of us probably should have started off first because it's the least risky way to make money. Granted, your profits are topped, and yes, you need more capital to do it, but it doesn't sound sexy because it's like, hey, do you want to make $100 a day, or do you want to make $1,500 a day? People are going to gravitate to the $1,500 person than a person who's actually teaching you the baby steps to compound your small investments to actually create an account while minimizing the risks. It took 2 years for me to realize this.
But
it got quiet.
I know. I'm just listening to you. I'm listening to you because like I get, like, me and you. We agree 100% on because I touched on it in this one. I said, if you are deliberately faking people out and you know you can't do this, but you got the call out room and you got whatever you got, and you're got people risking money and you know you can't do it, you a scam artist. That's not the part of it I'm addressing. The part of it that I'm addressing is you have people that have an issue, just like I said earlier with ICT. Back earlier when I first started following ICT, there was a whole witch hunt hate group on ICT because he only used SIM.
But yeah, he doesn't use real money.
He's used real money all 2022. right? He used real money all 2022, but that's what the haters didn't want to put out there. He used real money all 2022 just to prove the haters wrong. But my question was, even if you're using sim, if I sit here and I watch you do something over and over and over and it works, and then I actually learn what you're teaching and it works for me, does it really matter if you taught me in sim?
Okay,
That's what
here,
I'm like.
I'll hit you with this. Hold on, I hit you with this. Let's say you need heart surgery, right? You go when you talk to the doctor. The doctor's like, yeah, I'm a surgeon. I went to school for it. I got the skills. Well, how many people you try it on? Man, I tried it on, I would say about 100. Oh, okay. Well, he's not telling you tried it on 100 pigs. He hasn't tried it on a real person yet. Would you trust that person to do your heart surgery?
I wouldn't go to a veterinarian to give me a heart transplant.
Well, you know, because they test this, they practice on cadavers. But what I'm saying is, like, would you trust that person to do your heart surgery? He tried it 100 times. He went to school for it. He tried it 100 times on cadavers, but he's never actually tried it on people. Not only that, or he could say, like, you know what? I tried it on 100 cadavers and I tried it on 3 people and it's been 100% success rate so far. Would you still trust him? Hell no, you wouldn't.
If I ain't had nobody else and I need that heart, I ain't
gonna hold it. That's the thing. That's the thing. These people, you have to be, because you're messing with people's money. This is people's livelihoods, right? And you and I are different. Go ahead.
Let's go back to what I said earlier. I said when we're in proximity where we can touch people, we're in brick and mortar establishments, we have a far more stringent requirement of releasing our coin. But on Al Gore's internet, we make it rain. We care. We don't ask questions. We just see. Oh, you ever seen the commercial? The old commercial when the female was like, "That's my boyfriend. He's French," and the dude be like, "Oui, oui." Like, he ain't no French dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
And look, I tell you this. I'm sure. I don't know how many people follow me on my YouTube channel. So shout out on Culture Currency. Check out my channel. Shameless plug. But
I did that last night. You got to plug it now.
when I first started, this is a trap that a lot of us have fallen into, and I have the word for it written down because I'm actually doing a whole series on this stuff.
We finna get exclusive. We getting exclusive?
No. We as Black people in 2020, we have automatically gravitated to people who were smooth talkers and marketers on YouTube who tell you that the information that they're giving you is secret and they kept it from you. And it's not true. The information's always been there. Unfortunately, we've been too ignorant to do their own research and due diligence. And we fall for these people, and these people have taken advantage of us. There's no reason that Meet Kevin, who has 2 million subscribers on YouTube, charges $600 for his investing course, which is probably crap anyways because he's a grifter. But the dude has 2 million subscribers, charges $600, and you got Ian charging $10,000 for crap, and you don't learn anything. At least from that grifter, I will actually leave and learn something. But we fall for it because guess what? We've been told that the information's been hidden from you, that I'm Black, you're Black, we're looking out for each other, it's for the culture. So let me charge you $1,000, $2,500, $5,000, $10,000, and we're willing to put our last hard-earned dollar and we invest into these people's lifestyle, not realizing that they're actually just taking advantage of you. So many people don't know the conversations that happen behind closed doors that I was privy to, and I didn't call people out like I probably should have on the early stages. Instead, I stayed quiet for 6 months until I dropped that review, and what ended up happening? I mean, it opened up the floodgates. A lot of people agreed, but there's also people like, you just hating another Black person trying to hold people down. Or maybe I'm just actually out here trying to help y'all. I've been bringing people on my channel, and like even our financial advisor, you and I, our financial advisor is white. Mm-hmm. When I was on the roll, when my stuff was taken off, I dropped that episode. Barely anybody watched it. I don't know why. Maybe because it's white or what. I don't know. Maybe they can relate. But that's a legit guy who has a license, who has proof on his returns, who opened up his brokerage fund or his company to people who have lower income and have the opportunity to actually have someone manage your money. But people rather listen. Yeah, and he knows what he's doing, and he's willing to teach, and he teaches without charging you. Without charging you, it's only for people who are in that he manages their money, but he teaches you, and people rather gravitate to people who are always constantly selling you something, and it's always behind a paywall. And these people you never even heard of come out of the blue. It sounds all gravy. There's no proof. You don't see any proof, but we're willing to trust these people with our hard-earned money for what? To get ripped off and be angry? I got a text message from some dude who legit was like, yo, man, I actually hated you after you dropped the Red Panda review. It's like, because I thought you was a hater. He's like, you were right about everything you said. I realized that 8 months later, I'm actually kind of mad at myself. You were right.
We all drunk the Kool-Aid. We all drunk the Kool-Aid in the past. And that's why I want to address this. I want to address sim versus live, because it's like a lot of times I think we start to blur the lines between. Before I get into that, I hear people say this all the time. What in the world is a grifter? I don't know what that is.
A grifter. It's like a scammer. It's just someone who's trying to make a quick buck off of you. That's all it is.
I assumed that, but I ain't want to just keep assuming. I like to know stuff, right?
Because I don't like to call them scammers, because like a scammer, an actual scammer to me is someone who says he's going to do something and they don't deliver nothing. Out of everything, like every single trading group that I went through, even Ian, and I give him credit, or EYL, Wall Street Trapper, you will still learn at least something. You will learn something. My issue with them is not that they're selling courses. My issue is that they attach a high price ticket to some mediocre surface level education, and they deliver and make you believe that it's some next level shit, and it's not. It's surface level, and you're paying a premium price for something that's legitimately free. I have no problem with like Trapper. He seems like a nice guy. He has a background story. It's a little questionable. I can't find certain documents on his arrest records. I found some stuff, but not all. But I'm not going to question it. That's the story. Cool, whatever. But he's charging $3,500 for an options course / to $1997 or whatever it is, which, by the way, is legally not even supposed to do if you're going to do these fake prices where like it's it costs X, Y, and Z / you actually have to offer it at that price at one point or another, which Ian is actually really good at, because he does charge $10,000 before he slashes the price. But you got him over here talking about, I'm going to teach you all the keys to options. It's like, dude, you just learned options like a year, 2 years ago, and everything you taught in that class is surface level. You can go to Options Alpha for free right now and get at least 20 hours of real content. You can learn everything from iron condors to vertical spreads to cover calls to puts to calls, how to risk management, and etc. completely for free. You learn more on a free application, a free website, than you can from him, but you just dropped $3,500 for what?
Yeah, I mean, I get in like, okay, I'm gonna address what SJ put on here, and the reason why I want to address this is because, like, I was about to say before I asked about what grifter was, but let's make sure we stay on topic, because this is my question: sim versus live, right? And now again, I'm 100% behind you on it. Like, don't be overcharging for basic stuff. Don't be scamming me when you can't do something, right? Now, this right here, what SJ said, $50 a month in their pockets, and they sending out trades that I lost on never again, right? Now, if they're calling out stuff and they don't have the knowledge, they haven't proved to you they got the knowledge to be able to call out these trades, like, you know what I'm saying, like, be able to teach me first. That they go back to my first thing. If you can show me that you can do it and you can teach it to me, I don't care if you're teaching it to me or showing me in sim. I just need to see that it can work. And okay, now it works. And now you teach me your theories, your strategies, and then I do it for myself and it works. Does it matter if it's sim or live? That's my whole, like, I get the whole thing where people say you can fake sim gains. Everybody know that. I don't trust you made this amount of money. People say you can fake this. I know that. I don't. Show me that you can do it. And when you show me you can do it, if you can teach me how to do it and I learn it, my thing is at that, like, I ain't talking about the scammers or grifters or whatever you want to call them, the ones that ain't got no skill, but they out here selling stuff, like all the people that was I call them the BitTorrent people. Because back in the day, remember they used to have the BitTorrents, and you can download any course or any thing that you want. It's like they got the BitTorrents, and they like, oh, I got this course for sale, and then you go over there and buy it, and it's not even their course. They selling somebody else's course. But you know what I'm saying? You putting money in their pocket. Those the scam. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about legit people who can actually do it. Like all of us on here, I'm pretty sure everybody that's on this stream right now can legit teach somebody how to trade. You know what I'm saying? They can legit teach somebody how. I know you've been putting out great information on your channel. You've been educating people. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter if you're paper trade, like the thing you posted today with with the Tesla trade. And when I was messing with you about buying out the money strikes and stuff like that. It don't matter if it's paper trade or not, right? If your thesis play out and you show somebody how to do that, who cares if it's paper? You see what I'm saying?
No, see that would be, that's me faking it though. Then if what I posted is real, so if I make a paper trade, how much conviction do I really have in what I'm saying? I call it 65 on Tesla. So I'm sitting there, I'm telling everyone 65, and I put a fake trade up there. Somebody may take me by my word and they will put real money on that trade. And then if it doesn't pan out, they lost money, but I'm good because it's just paper trade. Oh, yeah, it's a mistake. It's just a thesis.
See, I can't agree with you there. Because you called it. You called it when it was 300, right? You said Tesla to 100 when it was 300, right? Then if you put on a paper trade at 150 and now it's at 100 and you put up the gain saying, hey, I called Tesla. What if somebody want to jump in at 100 when you called it at 300? That's not your fault. You're not scamming them.
Yeah, but this is where it gets scammy. So let's say, like you just said, I called when it was at 300. I called 100. Everyone said I was a crackhead. All right, I may look like one, but no. All right, so let's say I took that paper trade, right? And then I showed the results of that paper trade, right? And I'm like, I told y'all, so look at my 1,000% return. It's like, if y'all want to learn how I did this, sign up for $50 a month. I'm gonna teach you. That's scamming, bro. That's grifting. It don't matter. That's grifting, man.
Let me tell you what scamming would be. This, like, you called 300. I mean, at 300, you called 65. You put on a paper trade at 150. It's at 100 now. You put up the thing saying, I told y'all, look at my returns on this trade right here. Then I take your screenshot and put it up and say, I can teach you how to do this. I would be the scammer.
Oh, yeah, that happens too.
You actually did it. You just did it in paper trading. So if you actually did it, you can teach somebody how to do that. The scammer is the person. I feel like
that's a gray area. That's such a gray area, man. It's still grifty. It's devil's advocate. I know what you're doing. Devil's advocate.
I ain't trying to prove Mark wrong. I hope Mark ain't trying to prove me wrong. We just having a discussion.
Oh, I am.
And I know that. And we just having a discussion. And like I said, I think sometimes we blur the lines between, we mix everything in a pot where it's like it's so much scam work out there that we take like the same thing with the whole Me Too and the Black Lives Matter. All of this stuff started from something real, but because scammers got involved, now all of it got a black eye.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. So I need to be careful what I say. So grifters, I'm sorry, I'm grifting, not scamming. I'm grifting. There you go. That's what I would be doing if I start posting and say, just join my group. I'm grifting. That's what it is. And a lot of these guys are grifters. And again, I'll repeat, there's nothing wrong with paying for courses. I feel like I've learned quite a bit from some of these courses. As I progressed, I quickly realized that what I paid for, the value didn't justify the price.
But you know what?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that. Look, one of the things 2 years ago when everybody decided to jump into the market because of COVID and everything else, and everybody had money and didn't have nothing else to do with it. So all of a sudden I'm in the market. And when you look at what's happened is the market has changed, right? And so now we got people who don't understand the market, who don't understand what's really going on and how the market really works. And anybody who comes out and says, "Ooh, watch this get rich quick thing," people go and jump on it. They think that's the next best thing. And
I will agree.
What I'm hoping is, as people kind of go further away. A lot of people dropped out of the market, but at the end, I'm hoping people start to realize like this is not a get rich quick scheme, right? You're not gonna make $1 million overnight. People who do that, they're the first ones in and they're the first ones out, and now they're coming for your money. So
yes, and I agree. And the funny thing is too, which is unfortunate because in 2020 it didn't really matter what group you joined, everybody was making money because it was 2020.
Exactly.
And I would say probably the end of 2021 is where you really saw who can really trade and who can't. And I think that's where also people start realizing like, wow, I didn't really learn that much. My skills are really limited and capped in only one specific method, which is bull run. Everything's running. No matter what you get in, it runs. You get in SoFi, it runs. You get in Apple, it runs. You get in penny stocks, it runs. Everything runs, and people have created literally a living and a following off of that. And they're already rich. They got your money. So a lot of people who are still trying to take this serious have unfortunately been left behind. And I just think there's, at this point, honestly, I think there's a lot of free content out there and people who provide a lot of free information that you don't necessarily need to join a group. I still get DMs all the time. People are like, "Yo, which group do you recommend?" I was like, "Do you even know how options work?" Well, no. Then you need to learn how to do that first. Yeah. Learn free. Like learn how to do stuff first. Paper trade. Get to understand the market first, and then look for a group if you want to join. Like have that community of traders and someone who can help you. And then that's like an edge. But too many people are going like, "Yo, how can I make money? How can I make that bag right now?" Right. Unfortunately, you're not going to. I think a lot of us have witnessed that. You're not going to make a bag quick, point blank, period. But a lot of these guys are really good at marketing, though. Marketing is key when it comes to having people sign up for certain things.
Yeah, my philosophy on it, if my barber starts talking about it, it's too late.
Yeah.
Time to move on.
Exactly.
Right? If it hit the barbershop, it's over.
Well, yep. And I was ignorant. I would say, honestly, since last year's summer, once I got away from everybody and started doing my own thing, is literally where I've learned. And I feel like I'm a good investor. Fundamentally, I'm able to look at stuff. Like to this day, all these people, they're still watching these channels and no one's even showing people how to read a balance sheet or earnings report. These big channels, you know what I mean? Like I'm guilty of it too. I don't do that on my channel at all. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm not confident enough to go out there and teach something that I am not 100% confident about myself. People ask me, "Yo, why are you not teaching vertical spreads?" Because I'm still paper trading. Yeah, my paper trades have gone great for 2 months. I've had 15 paper trades, 3 losses. It doesn't give me the right to teach you how to do it if I didn't even put my own money on the line yet. I need to be able to be consistent with it. If I'm going to teach you something, I have to be consistent with it, actually be profitable and doing it for a consistent amount of time to be able to teach you how to do it. I can't just say, "Oh, I paper traded this vertical spread. It worked out 3 times. Let me start a group. Hey guys, join my group for $50." And now I'm just telling you how to do vertical spread and I'll do it myself. I just think it's dishonest. It's grifty.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between having integrity and being a grifter, right?
Yeah. So and my thing is about transparency. And I believe in karma, man. And I think a lot of these people are going to end up destroying and blowing up their entire empire for being dishonest.
Yeah. Rhonda said something about like you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? Reap what you sow. Not. But let me pose this question right before I touch on what Sanjay said here about the people barely showing their charts. Right. Well, I can touch on that first. That's the part where I was saying, if you can't show me you can do it, we go back to the pig heart surgeon. We got a much more stringent process when we're face to face with people, but when we're online, we're so trusted. We trust everything we see on Al Gore's internet, and we throw our money away. We just like, "Oh yeah, he can do it," like without being proven, right? But let me ask you this, Mark. When you said, "Okay, let me change it," then I would be a grifter, right? If you, right, you like you just said, vertical spreads, all that, you still practicing that, you're still learning that, right? With your skill set of what you know from like the few years you've been studying the market, learning the market, with your skills that you know, going back to the Tesla example, because of your skills, because of your fundamental, because of your supply and demand, whatever you use to predict this, and it came to fruition, right? Whatever that skill set is that you used, if you go back and say, sign up for my course, I can teach you this, right? They sign up for your course. Yes, you're paper trading it, but you teach them exactly what you did, and now they can do it themselves. Does it really matter if you was using the paper account?
It doesn't, because again, look at what the words you're saying is like, I can teach you how. But then if a person says, okay, cool, you're gonna teach me. Do you do this for a living? Like, are you profitable off of this, like on a consistent basis? And if I say, yeah, I made $1 million off of this.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
correct.
At that point, but how many of us ever ask that? We don't go in asking that. Most
correct, and that's yes, correct. And I was guilty of that too at the beginning. But now, if you ask them, they will still lie to you. They'll still lie to you. If you ask them now, they'll still lie to you.
Yeah, and if they at that point they scamming.
Yeah, I give you an example, and I will not name the person because the person who showed me the proof asked me not to. But check this out. This is what one person did. He had $20,000, right? He put $10,000 on a put on Tesla, put $10,000 on a call on Tesla. One of them was going to hit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They showed only the only one.
Correct. Ways, you can't be wrong.
Correct. So they play both ways. The one that wins posts on social media, and they start saying, I can show you how to do this. I can show you how to make a rack a day. Look at what I did. And they do that for like a month. It's marketing. And now you have 1,000 people sign up. Now you're making that money.
Okay. And let's go back to that same example, right? If they do it exactly like you said it, they take 2 trades, only show you one, right? They take 2 trades and they only show you one, right? And then they come out and say, I can show you how to do this. I can show you how to make this money. If you get into their course or they get in a trade room or whatever you want, they Discord, and they say, all you got to do is buy these 2 and you go in, they are not scamming. But if they get in there and they never reveal that they buying 2 and they just trying to call out and tell you what to do, that's scammy. You see what I'm saying? If they get in there, they tell you because a lot of people do that. A lot of people play both sides.
But Tim, if I'm coming into your group because you show me all these wins on that one-sided win, then when I get in your group after I paid you my money, now you're telling me you got to buy both sides. You could just told me to buy a straddle at the beginning. That would have been good.
That's a strategy though. But
this is not a straddle. So what this person is not doing is not specifically a straddle. They're just like, I'm gonna throw 10,000 here, and one of them's gonna make money. They're
just gambling. It.
Yeah, okay. It's like one of them's gonna make money. Like you get a put and a call at the same strike. One of them's gonna make money, and then you show that one. It's a trick. There's so many, man. I get that. This series is gonna take some time, but when I put it out, I really think it's gonna be a hit. I could be wrong.
But again, going back to the original question, sim versus live. If the person is teaching you the strategy, even if it's buying straddles, it's buying it one way, no matter what the strategy is. If they can show you that they can do that strategy, does it matter if they using a sim account? They're showing you I can do this strategy. Now, if I took your screenshot that you made on Instagram, and I'd be like, hey, I can show you how to do this. And then when people be like, show me how to do it, I'm just randomly calling out stuff in there and they losing, like who that was, SJ or Sanjay said they playing $50 a month and they making these call outs and I'm losing and not showing the charts. You know what I'm saying? Now that's a scammer. But if you legit show them, hey, this is what you do, this is what you do, it don't matter to me if it's sim or live, because you walking me through the process. You walk, just like I said, when I was in the military or when I was at work, we trained on simulated computers. We went in there, we dispatched fake trucks, we made work orders on fake trucks. They taught us on simulated accounts to learn how to do it. So
I guarantee you, but those people who were teaching you also have actually been to war and actually have had some sort of experience actually doing what they're teaching you.
That's what I'm saying. If you can teach me if you can teach me the strategy, that means you can do it. Like you say you killing the paper trading, but you suck at live, right? You killing the paper trading, but you suck
well, first let's be clear. I don't suck all the time. I just know. I just know. I didn't say I suck. Did I say I suck? Maybe I did. I don't.
You said you get emotional. You said you're emotional.
So I get emotional sometimes, so I exit too early, or I get out too early. It's this stuff like that. So that does happen. This is just what I know, man. And maybe it's just integrity for me. But like you said, if the person I can teach you, cool. The problem is that once the person's like, yo, do you do this for a living? Like, do you actually trade for a living? And you start saying, yes, I do. Like you start playing with words, and you start playing a gray area, because I could be like, yeah, I actually do this. Yeah, I do this for a living.
I ain't playing words. That's lying. That's like,
because if you ask me, if you say like, look, because people have asked me, yo, am I a full-time trader? And I will tell them no. Do I trade almost every day? Yeah, here and there. I definitely cut back, but I could have like 6 months ago. I could be like, yeah, I trade every day, and I have. But how consistent am I? Some months with 400, some months with 3,000, some months with 100. Some months with 200. That's not consistent. Like you can't. I just feel like I can't be a real instructor if I can't even be consistent when I'm teaching. Because remember, a profitable trader is they say 96, 98% of profitable traders. 98% of people who try to trade fail, because long term it's really hard to be consistent. Everybody can have a good couple months streak. Doesn't mean they should be out there teaching. That's just my philosophy. Now, investing is completely different. Like that's different. Investing is easy. Yeah, you could teach people, yo, this is how you look at fundamentals. This is how you do this. This is that. But when it comes to like trading, like you don't want to get trained by somebody who is not even a consistent profitable trader. Your job is to learn to be a consistent profitable trader. And then even if the strategy works, Tim, all strategies work. Every single strategy, the 920 works, the ATR works, the Bollinger Band works, the 200 and 150 and 9 works. Like all those work at one point or another. Doesn't mean that you need to know how to do it, when to do it, volume, all that stuff. It's a combination. You need to know when to navigate through different environments.
What I'm saying is, being profitable for a long term has nothing to do with being taught. Because when somebody teach you how to ride a bike, that person don't stay there with you for the rest of your life, but you get better and better at riding that bike. Being taught how to do something has nothing to do with the longevity, your sustainment. You know what I'm saying? You can go back for sustainment training, but being taught has nothing to do with the sustainment training. My question is, when it comes to teaching you a strategy, what's the big deal? Why not just you, to everybody? Who cares if the person is using a sim account? I don't see that as scammy, because they're using a sim account. If you can show me how to do it, just like you may not feel comfortable teaching somebody something that you know what I'm saying? But you can teach somebody what you just like you're not a teacher, but you can teach your child something. You're not an instructor, but you can teach your child how to do it. None of us are licensed to give people a driver's license, but we all have taught our children how to drive a car. You know what I'm saying?
Agree. Yeah.
So when it comes to sim versus live, that's my thing. If you can teach somebody that, I don't care if it's sim. I already said I got an issue with the scammers, right? I got an issue with the grifters, because you're trying to pull the woolly cloth over my eyes. You're trying to fool me. You're trying to fool me into something. You're deceiving me. You're being deceptive, right? But if you are teaching me something, I don't care if you like, if I come in your trade room, if I know you can do it, and I come in your trade room and you're applying your strategies that you taught me, and I'm following along with you, right? I don't care if you're taking that trade, because if I know your strategies and I see that this is a high probability time, I'm not going to blame you if the trade go against me, because I know that's a part of trading. But if I ain't learned nothing, you ain't taught me nothing, and I'm just in there.
No, I got you. I got you.
Say,
so I will say, okay, so I will agree with you on the statement you made, because what I'm talking about pretty much is scammers and grifters, right? I get what you're saying. Yeah. I give you an example of a person, Trade Speak Easy. You know who she is, right? Trade Speak Easy. Put one in the chat if y'all know who she is.
No, I don't know Trade Speak Easy.
Man, none of y'all watch my interviews, man. This makes me sad. But she teaches.
You interviewed him? No, mean I put it on.
You're supposed to watch my content all the time, Tim. I thought you were my boy. Listen, it doesn't matter if the video is trash or not.
No, when I look,
you do know who she is.
I send you a text.
It's Suzanne. Suzanne from Trade Speak Easy. Suzanne.
The name sounds familiar. Let me look at it.
That
lady right there. Her. I saw her on your channel. This ain't the wrong thing.
Oh, yes. She that
lady right there.
Yes. She teaches. She teaches. That is what and she's very upfront. She teaches. Ask any of these other bigger names if they're teachers or traders. Most of them say, I'm a trader and I'm a teacher, man. I'm in my millions trading. And I could show you how you could make $1 million trading. They cross that line. That's my issue. They cross that line. And the worst part is the price that they charge for basic information. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
They're borderline raping people from the hard-earned money.
Yeah.
I've been telling people for a while, when people hit me up, hey man, like what do you recommend, like a stock club and stuff, since you don't like Red Panda? Go to Capital Mindset, $4 a month. Like these people in there are actual licensed people who work for a brokerage, who have real experience, who literally beat the market 21% last year while everyone else was losing. $4 a month. Nah, I'd rather pay someone else $10,000 who don't even teach me how they get their levels.
Margo said she
That's mean. See, that's mean. That's mean. Y'all should hear her story. She's a good person. Hey, if you knows, man, I only
do what, Nisha? What I do? I do what? I don't know what I said. Hey, but like I said, I don't want to get anything misconstrued, right? I 100%. Me and Martin have talked about this on the phone before. I 100% agree with him when people charging too much money for basic information. When people just straight out scamming, they can't do what they say that they're doing. They putting it on Instagram and YouTube that they living this lifestyle off of this, and they don't even do that a day in their life. Those are scammers. I ain't gonna call them grifters. They scammers. They scam daddy to me and scam mama. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who can legit show you how to do something, but they may or may not be able to just execute on it live themselves. Like I said before in the beginning, I don't know if you was in here, Mark. Like some people just don't test well. They can know everything that's on the test.
Yep.
And then when they go to take the test, they just freeze up. They can't test because trading live and trading sim, those are different emotions. Trust me. If you ain't never traded live,
100%.
When you first take that trade, that's a total different, and somebody just can't do it. But that don't negate the fact that they know how to do it. They just can't get over that emotional hurdle. So I don't have, like, if you can show me you can do it, and then you can teach me how to do it, that's the part that I have no issue with. But I will say this, right? We, and us, all of us, we put too much pressure on the instructors, if you will, because we want to see you do it with real money or you're not real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we won't accept the fact that this is a real concept if you're doing it in a sim account, because we've been conditioned by the haters and the naysayers that if they ain't risking it, if they ain't got skin in the game, they can't show you how to do it. I don't agree with that, because you can show somebody how to do something if you learn it. If you sit down, just like you sat down, read books, learned all this stuff about financial stuff, right? You're not a financial advisor. You're not a financial nothing, but now you can turn around and teach this to your children. And I'm pretty sure you're teaching it to your children. That don't make you a fraud, because you were never a financial advisor, because you can teach somebody something that you learn yourself. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But just because you're doing it in sim versus live, we put so much pressure on people to show me your P&L. Don't show me a sim account, show me your P&L. But if I just ran up this sim account, that means I can do it. You see what I'm saying? I just ran this sim account up. That means I can do it. Now, it's a difference between if I go in, like you said, if I go in and make a fake trades and try to pretend like I did that, that's scamming. You see what I'm saying? That's scamming. But if I actually sit down there and I take the clicks in this sim account and I double the account in 6 months, I actually did that. But maybe I just can't. I get emotional and I can't risk my own money, and I freeze up. I make stupid mistakes. If I lose real money, I start to get frustrated. I revenge trade. But if I'm in sim, I'm cool as a cucumber and I know how to execute. I still feel like you can teach somebody, as long as you can teach them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole take. I ain't talking about the scammers. I hate the scammers. I ain't gonna be nice like Mark. I hate the scammers.
No, but it's unfortunate because, like you did say, it's all kind of meshed together now. Because now even if there are some people who are good intended or that they're going out there for like a good intent and really want to help people, it's hard now because now everyone's considered a scammer because there were so many of them. It was so many grifters. There was so many people trying to take advantage. So it's hard now, even if there's like an up and coming person who's like no, I know how to teach this. I can do this. But who do you trust? I mean, if you look at any of these channels that we used to always watch, their viewership went down. Every person compared to the number of subscribers, almost everyone. Why? Because so many people feel they got burned one way or another. And it's a very, this is.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Sorry. What you say? I made money from watching Tim on my own. That's dope. That's funny. The thing is, like, this is the only industry where anybody can put up a camera, a microphone, and give financial advice and trading advice with no repercussions or backlash or no accountability whatsoever. This is the only industry that people can do that in. Zero accountability. There's a reason why these courses sometimes they charge you $2,000. If you look at the bottom, there's no refunds. Why? Because they got your money. They ain't gonna give it back. It don't matter if the product is good or not. It doesn't matter if the product is good or not. If it's accurate or not, it don't matter. It don't matter.
No refund and an NDA.
I know one trading group, only one trading group that gives you 7-day free trial. Only one.
Who?
Trading Decoding. He does spy and spy only. He does a video. He does a video every single day.
That's news to me. I ain't never seen that.
Only one. He's like, I give you 7-day free trial. You can see what you get. If you like it, you stay. If you don't, it is what it is.
But hey Tim, I'm gonna drop off, but I'm gonna say this before I head out though. You know, I think also for us as a community, it's our responsibility where we put our money, right? So
yes,
like I like IDR because of how it's set up and how my eyes view it, and but it's my responsibility to go in there and make sure I really understand what I'm doing. And if I lose money, then that's my fault, right? It's not the instructor's fault. They put the concept up, I consume them, I try to learn them, and for me, it's how do I get better at that concept if that's the way I'm going to go with, right? If we're doing ICT, then let's figure out how ICT works and how I can get better at ICT. And so like Mark said earlier, there's a bunch of ways you can make money in the market, right? How do we do it so that we're not either wasting our money on a group that we don't need to be in when the information is already out there? And as long as that person is honest with me, like, hey, I'm trading this as a sim, or this is a live account, or I'm not trading, I'm just teaching, then I'm good with that. Because then it's my responsibility and it's my money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
who's this anyways? Who are you?
That's Robinson.
Oh, okay. I don't see his face. So have we spoken before? Do I know you?
I've been in the chat a bunch of times.
No, he's being in the chat all the time, but that's Robinson.
Yeah.
Mark, how do you put the names up there before you drop off, Robinson? How do you show the names at the bottom?
Isn't it like an option somewhere?
I was trying to go and set it.
On the right-hand side, where you have like the private chat comments or whatever, your settings, your banner, it should be somewhere in there.
I went to brand. I looked in brand. I didn't see it in there. Do I go to edit? No, that's the wrong thing. It was.
Yeah, but everyone who's listening, if y'all want to learn, if y'all want to learn options and all types of options, go to Options Alpha. It's free. Go to Tasty Trades. It's free. Go to what's another one? Go to YouTube. There's a guy named In the Money. He has some cover calls and some, I think, cash secure puts. Also good. You don't have to pay anybody, and it sucks. I do think people, when they do put quality content out there, they should charge for that, and they should charge for it. Your time is valuable. Like I do. Like Tim, I already told you. I was like, I think you should charge. You come on every single day, 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the afternoon, like a crazy person. Every single day.
Right there. That's my BFF Robinson. I figured out how to put it up though.
There you go.
All right, Joe.
All right, take care, Robinson. It's nice to meet you, man. It's nice to meet you. But yeah, I think people should charge for the time they put quality content together, because eventually I know I need to monetize myself too. Eventually I'm gonna charge for something, but I'm gonna be real. Like it's hard to sell a product when you're like, listen, I have this cover call course. I'm gonna sell you $19.99, but just so you know, you get free out there, completely free. Just so you know, but pay me $19.99. It's hard. It's hard. It's easier. The way you market is like, I got the keys to success that no one's telling you about. People aren't talking about it. The only way you're gonna find out is if you pay me $19.97. It's discounted from $99 to $19.97 for a limited time only. Go ahead and sign up. I promise it's gonna change your life.
That's like you say, marketing. They good marketers. So they
very good marketers. Very good.
With the marketing. They reel us in with marketing.
Yeah,
it's and I think, and like I say, I think it done bled over into, saying that when I said that summed up for me, that summed up the whole conversation, where it's so much bad out there, so much scamming out there. It has bled over into, like, if you're not good people, if you're not showing me, if you ain't opening up your P&L and showing me that you're doing this every day, then I think you're scamming me too. That's what it's kind of like turning into, because it's like, just like with what you call the thing, the networking thing that made everybody hate Forex. ILM or IML? It's like,
yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
It's
like a multi-level marketing scheme.
Yeah, it's like a multi-level marketing thing where their whole thing is they're going to teach you how to trade Forex, right? But you never have to even trade Forex if you can just keep signing people up.
Yeah. And you can really make money in Forex, but it's got such a bad connotation because so many scammers use Forex. So everyone thinks Forex is a scam. The minute you hear Forex, you're like, nah, I'm not messing with that scam. It's futures. Yeah. It's just futures. It's just a different, it's just different asset class. It's the same thing, but it has that bad connotation.
They don't tell you now. I'm not going to sit down and teach you this. We got the education available. You know what I'm saying? But if you
get these people to join and you make
people join, your tuition will be free. You know what I'm saying? And then you can start making money off of getting people to join, but they don't tell you them people got to stay joined in order for you to keep making money. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's the multi-level market, but ain't nothing wrong with Forex. But that put a bad taste in people's mouth for Forex. They like Forex a scam. Forex not a scam. It's that company that's a scam. You know, IML or whatever it's called. That company was the scammer. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing wrong with Forex. It's just one of the things where like Forex got a bad rap because of this one multi-level marketing company. Forex got a bad rap. Now, if you want to teach somebody how to trade, right? Because so many scammers are out there that don't know how to do it and they faking the funk. Now, sim trading has a bad rap where sim trading is what every trader really need until they become proficient. Like you're paper trading, Mr. I got to put skin in the game back in the day. That's I can't sim trade. I got to put skin in the game. That's what you used to always tell me. But now paper trade your vertical spreads because I'm like, Mark, you gotta learn. So why risk your money? I gotta put skin in the game. You know?
Yeah. No, because I learned because I know my emotions that like it's very different when you're live versus when you're paper trading. It really is. That's how you test your emotions to see how you can get better. And I don't know how to fix that. Each person's different. That's an emotional thing people need to fix within themselves. On another note though, real quick. So it's funny because we're talking about scammers. So like if you ever go to my channel, you see I reviewed a lot of trading groups, right? Just so a lot of people are aware, I was thinking about pulling them down because I'm getting a lot of messages now from people where they're like, wait, you close me up. I'm getting a lot of messages from people who are like, hey, these groups that you reviewed, are they legit or not, or they're scammers? I've been getting a lot from Jada Trader, and I don't know what's going on, but I can tell people that if they watch my review, I did learn stuff in his group. I don't know what happened, why I'm getting so many messages now where people are like, he's a fucking scammer. I don't know. When I went through, I did learn something. Tim learned something. I'm just not happy he reneged on his initial promise. That's about it. But I know the methods, the gap fill, support and resistance, that stuff does work when you apply it properly.
This is Mark's channel for anybody who don't know. It used to say trading with a dummy.
That's
but
gone.
It's uncultured currency, right? Is that Elon? I said it sounded like Elon. Is that Elon on your tag?
Yeah, so I met Elon at a convention and I asked him like no. I met him at a convention, so I asked him, I was like, hey, can you do me a favor? Because I have a YouTube channel. Can you say, I've been cultured? So he did it.
So he legit did it. That's like he did it for you.
You see how convincing that story is? I could keep running with it. No, I paid someone who sounds like him to do it.
See,
it's just a sound actor.
That's why I said, boy, stop. No.
No, but see if I could keep going. Be like, no, for real, it was him. Now I'm gonna have multiple different celebrity voices saying different things to my channel. That's gonna be my shtick. I just haven't had any cool slogans.
This is channel right here. And I will say, since you brought up the Jada Trader thing, I will say that I learned a lot of stuff from Jason, right?
Same.
It was one particular his level strategy was I told people this open and honest. The only thing I traded from what I learned from him was his level strategy, because that's the only thing that resonated with me. That's all I used to trade from his strategies, the levels. That's the only thing that resonated with me. And then I told him personally on the phone, right? I didn't like how he reneged on us having lifetime access to his trade room, right? And I told him, I felt like, the whole making the course that I bought go away was, a legal way around not having to let me in the trade room. We had these discussions straight up, man to man, right? Mark did a phenomenal review of his course, but the circle of people that I see him around now, I think the whole scam thing is starting to bleed over on him, because he is an excellent marketer. And the people that I see him around now, they all have this scam tag on them. You know what I'm saying? And when he's in the trade room, right, in the past, he used to take trades in the trade room.
Hey,
but
he would make real money.
Yeah, he don't
make real money.
He don't take trades in the trade room no more. Like whenever I pop up on his free ones. He don't take trades in there no more. A lot of times Spice be running the trade room. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I know Spice, I know Jason, but it's like, since it's this stigma with all the scammers out here, and then you like my grandma say, you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. You know what I'm saying? It's like being around all these scammers, and like because I seen him one time, he was doing like a live video with him, and I call him King Scammer. I don't know his name. Like a lot of people knew who he was, but I call him King Scammer. Matter of fact, I was on live one time and he was like, I'm like, who is this dude leaning up on my car? And they was like, that's your boy. And I stopped following him. But everybody who ever heard say his name say he a scammer. Think it's like Chris something, right? And him and Jason was on there doing big, we you bring in my community, we gonna give you all this stuff for free. We gonna sounding super salesman. Ian 101, everything coming out their mouth, Ian 101. You know what I'm saying? And so hey, when you hang around, lay down with dogs, you get fleas, man.
Yeah. It's because I'm really debating about just kind of taking down all my trading group reviews because I don't want to lead people down the wrong path.
Margo
again,
said,
when I went through,
she loved trading with a dummy.
Thank you.
Don't be nice.
Yeah, that name had that. No, well, I'm a nice person. Contrary to what some people think, I'm actually really nice.
Robinson said that this who was on with us tonight. He said leading reviews up, they honest and fair.
Cool. All right. Just making sure because I don't want someone to be like, man, I followed you and then you said it was legit and it's not and stuff like that. But things change as the reviews are old. So
yeah, he be running that back to back. He been running that one that back. Oh, and speaking of, I saw Marco say something about affiliate links, right? This right here, it made me think about it. The reason why, and Jason gave me an affiliate link a long time ago. If you look at any of my videos, right, there is, if you go to any of my videos and scroll way down the list on the thing right here, right there, there's an affiliate link right there. Learn from the person who taught me futures. There's an affiliate link right there. You never hear me talking about this affiliate link right here. Right? You never hear me talking about it. And I'm explaining
why you got it up. Why do you still got it up?
Because it's in my default. It's in my default upload. Right? And I'm gonna tell you why I never talk about this. I never talk about that affiliate link, because I found something that's far better, far superior, and it's free. And that's ICT methods. That's my opinion. I paid for Jason's course. I know Jason personally, but I found something that's far better, far superior than anything I ever paid for, from 4,500 down to 100. And when he giving it away for free, so I get on Al Gore's internet and I explain it in the way that I understand it for free. You know what I'm saying?
What was that you grabbed?
That was my my invest with Terry Platt. When I made the first time I made $1,000 in a day, and then they see
you drowned. Oh, you signed up for that too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah. So, and I don't have a knock against any. I don't have a knock even Terry. I don't have a knock against Terry. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that that made me stop participating in her course is I felt like it was demasculating. I felt like it was only for women. They, even inside the course, when she was talking, she was like, ladies, like, you won't chase a man, you shouldn't chase a stock. What? You know what I'm saying? It was just, it was too much girl power for me. Y'all go and do your thing. I support black women. Go ahead and do your thing. I'm just stepping to the side. You know, that's the only knock that I had on it. But other than that, if you're a beginner, is it worth 4,500? No, and it's definitely not worth the 10,000 or whatever she just bumped it up to. You know what I'm saying? She matter of fact, she done pulled the Jason. She sent me an email talking about if you still want access to the coaching calls, you can get access for an additional 2,500 as a previous member. And if you wait until after February, it's gonna be 7,000.
Marketing is the way to go. Look, I encourage everyone to read this book called Pull it up for a second. Go on Amazon if you don't mind. How many people got in the chat?
41. Is it
41
Amazon?
people listening. Look, that's awesome. Go to Amazon.com. Type in the 100. Type in 100.
Hold on, let me see what's in my cart.
It's probably your wife. She probably puts stuff in there and then you accidentally order it.
Yeah.
I've done that multiple times. My wife will sneak things into my orders and
100.
All right, million. Right there. First
$100 million.
one. Yep. Alex Mosey. I encourage everyone to either
This one right here.
No. The first one. Right there. Yep, right there. $1,100. No, down.
Oh, this.
Right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you said
print,
that's the first thing I see.
Well, that's like the ad stuff that people pay for, like that right there. That first one. I encourage everyone, if you have a Kindle, is download the app. It's clearly 99 cents or something. Or you could buy the paperback or listen to the audiobook. I encourage everyone to read that. It literally will reveal every single marketing tactic that all these people use. It's a great book because it teaches you how to market yourself and how to sell a product, right? But like I said this multiple times, even on my channel, I feel like everyone read that book because that's a super popular book. It's like everyone read that book and skipped a chapter about value. When you put a high price target, the value needs to justify it. And it seems like a lot of people just skip that chapter and use all the other tactics.
How much did you pay to Black Al Davis?
Shh, only $5. Yeah, I'm gonna keep listening, man. I realized this, and it was hard for me to do, man. I burned a lot of bridges, and I know I burned a lot of bridges by being honest. But
hey,
look, man. You know my history.
Let me stop you right there. If being honest gonna burn bridges, burn them bridges.
I mean, it does. It 100% does, because you got to understand a lot of the bigger names, like the bigger ones, like all those people who hang out with the circles. Why would you rather roll with a dude who only has 6,000 subscribers, who you're not sure will ever grow? You rather align with the people who have 1 million subscribers or hundreds of thousands of subscribers, because you know you can get somewhere with them. You're not going to get anywhere with me.
Mm-hmm.
So but I knew when I was going to do this, I was going to burn bridges. And there's been plenty of times, and I know it. I've invited people like, yo, I like you, but you know, I also associate with some people you call out, and I don't want to burn any bridges. And I understand it. I'm not mad about it. I get it. But what I do when I'm transparent and honest, this is the only way I can be, because I know how hard it is for people to make money and then lose it or spend it on something that's not worth it. Because I've been in a lot of people's shoes. I'm not broke. I'm just going to be real. I'm not broke. I'm very blessed. But I know how it was when it was broke. And I know how a person can feel if they put their hard-earned money towards something and they leave with barely nothing.
Oh, yeah.
To make them better.
Big facts.
And that's kind of why I do sometimes what I do. And you could consider hating. May feel that way. I do have an issue. I do have an issue with a lot of these people because I see the grifty tactics. That's it. Just be honest about it. Look, you know Mo. Mo charges $300 a month for mentorship. He's my friend. I thought he was going to be a scammer when I first met him. Investigate him for real. You actually learn something from him. So I have no problem he charges $300 because he gives you $300 worth of value. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of people that don't. They charge you $300 and give you $10 worth of value.
Yeah.
So and that's my issue.
And ain't nothing wrong with
exposing.
It ain't nothing wrong with exposing the grifters. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that, because people that's just like you work at the Better Business Bureau. You go out and vet these companies to see if you know what I'm saying? And like, you need somebody to go out and vet the companies, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing that you provide. I understand you don't want that to be like the focus of your channel no more. But I don't.
Yeah,
that was
I know.
Was a great asset.
That's what people like. Yeah, that's what people like. And I know, and I remember, because I sat here with my wife. I had a strong loyalty to these groups. I had a strong loyalty to Ian. I had a strong loyalty to EYL. I got along with those brothers perfectly. They knew who I was. We got along. We talked. It was cool. But things shifted, and I saw people hurting, and I saw what they were doing. And I had to decide, I'm starting my channel. I'm supposed to be this channel of a up-and-coming trader trying to do his best. Am I going to keep just being quiet after people keep asking me, yo, should I sign up for this? Should I sign up for that? Yo, hey, send me the affiliate link. Why you not doing this? Why you not doing that? Because I cannot tell you to do this if I know it's kind of gotten grifty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what it started off as. It's not what they started off as.
Yep.
But you got to scale. And I don't knock them for it, because I do knock them for it, but you got to scale, right? You got to scale. So I understand that, because they were capped at one point. They're capped. The come up series, they're capped. They don't charge anything.
No, they ain't capped. They are capped. All of them.
Yeah,
all of them capped.
It's hard. It's hard to make money, and they were a business, and they were always supposed to be a business, but it started off like a community. When we be as one, we're going to help each other out, and we're going to grow. And then it just turned into something else. How can we scale this business? How can we grow? How can we get more money from our audience? How can we pull more out? And if you guys really just kind of disconnect from that nipple and go out there and start searching, you will quickly see that the stuff that they're feeding you is surface level, because they have to keep you there, so you keep paying them. The best advice, I remember Mo was the very first person who, when I went in this group, he's like, my job is this. You pay me for mentorship. I teach you how to trade. Your goal should be to leave my group. Leave. It's like, I have a cap of, I think he had 50 people at that time. He was like, I can't manage more than that. He's like, my goal is to teach you how to trade, and then you need to leave. Do not hold up a spot, and someone else could come in, I could teach them. Leave. So many people want you to remain on the nipple so you can keep feeding them that money so they can live that luxury lifestyle. And it's a business. It's a business. I get it. But people need to realize it is a business. They're not really looking out for you. It's a business. And if you see it as a business, your perception will change. But the problem is, a lot of people don't see it as a business because the marketing was so well that they hook you with believing that they actually care about you.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say that, like, cause in January, I started offering memberships because I was going to scale back on the amount of time I spent on live streaming. And
you and I talked about it, and I said, yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah. And so but I told people, I said, I do not expect y'all to stay around forever in the memberships. And they cheap. It's like $2.99, $4.99, and $7.99 a month. $2.99, $4.99. And I was like, I don't expect y'all to stay around forever. You know what I'm saying? And people be like, yo, Spider Gang for life. Yeah, that's cool. But I don't expect you to stay around forever. But like you say, people want you, they want to hold you on that nipple. You know what I'm saying? And like Sanjay said, Margot said, if you already made $1 million, why are you still looking for money from poor people? Right. And I'm not going to say it's greed. It's predatory. It's predatory because if you are charging $10,000 a year for your course, people that make less than
40
people that make less than $60,000 shouldn't be your targeted audience. And you're targeting people because you're targeting these people because you think they are financially uneducated,
dumb, illiterate, uneducated, uncultured.
Bam. You think they uncultured. Bam. You know what I'm saying? You think they financially illiterate. So it's like you're targeting them, and they think, man, if this costs 10, because we've been conditioned that if it costs a lot of money, it's better. So it's like you're preying on the poor, the lower class people because you think they're uneducated financially. So it's not greed, it's predatory. And it's spread throughout all types of marketing. They prey on just like any kind of, they don't advertise weight loss and getting in shape stuff to people that's already in shape. They advertise it to people that's out of shape, and then they put people on the advertisement that look like what you think that person want to look like. It's predatory. You see what I'm saying? So you put this in front of poor people and flash all this money saying you can get this too, but you only advertise it to the poor people. It's predatory. It's all predatory. And we done got way off what I was talking about in the beginning. Thank you, Mark, for getting me way off. Thank you, Mark. Hey, they
No
say
problem,
Mark
man.
is Chris Hansen. Don't get stabbed.
Yo, that'd be funny. People walking in the room is like, oh hell, man, Mark is here. Oh no. Oh no. So
I always
no,
think,
100%.
yeah, why you need money? That's right. You know, I be out next week. He told us I don't expect you to be around. Hey, get on out there. For sure. And we get ready to wrap it up. I'm reading these last couple comments. I appreciate you for sharing your input on it. Been there, done that, wasted thousands, later learned, trade for free. We all did. We all done spent a lot of money, and we found out that these people either didn't know or they was giving out basic information. And then we find somebody, you know what I'm saying? God blessed us and put us on the path to run into somebody that was actually genuine and actually helped us. You know what I'm saying? And he put people in your life for reasons. You know what I'm saying? He put people in life for reasons. And hey, I mean, I thank him for everything. And like I say, it just started out because I just want to talk about the free versus the sim versus the live, right? That part of it, like I say, it's been meshed in with all of the scammers where we think somebody that's using sim to teach is a bad thing. Using sim to teach is not a bad thing. Using sim to trick people is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's good and bad. It's good and bad out there. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, who got the hammer in their hand. If you put a hammer in my hand, you know what I'm saying, you think, oh, I'm fun to go do some construction because my daddy was a carpenter. You put a hammer in Jeffrey Dahmer's hand, people gonna get to running.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it. Hey, and everyone, tune in. I'm a shameless plug because that's why I came on.
Go ahead.
To plug myself. On Thursday, we're gonna drop. Me and Mo are gonna drop our shows, Money Market Truths. Check it out on YouTube. We're gonna have a big announcement afterwards and the end of the episode. So please tune in. And of course, subscribe to my channel. I know my channel, like my viewership has gone down drastically on my YouTube channel because I definitely switched up my content significantly. But if y'all like random stuff, just check out.
People like that. People like that drama. That you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of the drama crowd. You know what I'm saying? And when you ain't doing the drama, it is what it is. But this the uncultured currency. If you don't know, is uncultured currency. Let me
and Money Market Truths. We're gonna make an announcement.
Currency. This is Mark's personal page, right there. I put the link in the chat right there, and then Money Market Truths
is we do bi-weekly now.
Money Market Truths right here. This is the podcast page that he do with Mo. Right there. It'd be some dope stuff on there. I ain't gonna lie, like I be tapping in all the time, but I do tap in, like because I don't be having my phone. If I got my phone and I see it, I'll tap in. And him and Mo always do a good job. I give Mark a hard time. That's my buddy, but they always do a good job. And it's not one of them shows where you're gonna tap in and they like, oh yeah, I love everything you say. You're doing great, Mo. You're doing great, Mark. No, they have a
we disagree sometimes quite. They have
opposing opinion. So it's you know what I'm saying, it's real content. I'll say that. It's real content.
Appreciate it. Yeah. And he teaches what we're planning on doing now is we do bi-weekly. The first podcast of the month is always going to just be me and him. And then the second podcast, we're going to always have a guest that will come in. You guys should definitely watch that episode with that lady. I looked at a
lot of them, Mark. See the red lines under there? I was
appreciate it.
And I looked at that one. Then I skipped a few. Then I looked at that one. Then I skipped a few. And then I didn't finish this one right here the other day. I thought I did finish that one. Because I texted you about something in there. I thought I finished it. But the red line ain't on with us, so I didn't.
Yeah.
But see, I be looking at a lot, man. Stop playing with me. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that was it. Just to see y'all check it out. But we do have a big announcement on Thursday. We're gonna reveal,
and it's going to be on the Money Market Truth page.
Money Market Truth on Thursday. We're gonna drop the episode. Usually we do it Wednesday, but family stuff came up today, so we could not shoot. Wait, what's today? Tuesday? No, yeah. Usually we do Wednesday, but some stuff came up, so we're Thursday. The episode's gonna drop. We got an editor and everything now too. Moving on up. So
What say? What he said? I caught a few of your videos. I like the review of the runners and also the clip of you running in the streets to update his IG. I missed that. What, you was running in the street?
I don't know. I mean, I've done so much stuff. I don't know. So I don't know. I'm really proud of the one where I powerbombed my daughter through the table that nobody watched. That one was I was really proud of that one.
I tell you, my two favorite videos you ever did was and both of them involve your kids. The my top favorite right now is the power bomb with your daughter, whatever you call it, right?
Yeah, the WWE episode. Yeah, it was a WWE episode. Yeah, then I had to actually show how I did it because I'm pretty sure I got
you show how to do it.
Yeah, that's how I did. Yeah, but the WWE episode is where it was. It was like in the first 40 seconds or so in the WWE episode.
Oh, yeah, it was in the beginning. It was in the beginning.
Yeah, but I think it got shadow banned because it's considered violence. Did you have on your shorts? Yeah, I probably had it on a short. It was on IG, I think, the short.
IG, that's what I saw. IG, okay, yeah. And then a throwback one, it was with your kids. No. It was something about Elon, my stepdad or something.
Oh yeah, that's one of the original episodes where my son was just basically trashing me the entire time.
Yeah. It's not up there. I don't see it.
It is. It's on the episodes. If you go like the playlist and stuff, it's on the episodes. Man, I shot so many episodes these days. Who knows? Well, yeah, it wasn't that one. It's the Elon. It's somewhere.
Yeah. In there. Anyway, the stuff with the kids, that's great content, man. Hey, that's great. Nah, I just flat, but yeah, Mark do a good job. This is the one that these two right here are the two that blew him up. You know what I'm saying? Because he was out there.
And then I made the mistake of taking a 3-month break, which completely made me start from the bottom up again. Oh, I had momentum after that one.
You know what was funny about these two episodes right here? You never said anything negative about this, but that boy went on EYL crying, playing like
that's when it got personal. Yeah, that's when it got personal. He played
voice messages that you sent. You was like, I appreciate you back when you was still drinking the Kool-Aid with the rest of us, and you ain't know nothing, and you thought he was educating you and just giving him his props, and then he went out there like a little girl. And I'm sorry, ladies, I'm sorry. He went out there playing stupid games and like playing like voice messages that you left.
It's cool. He played it because instead of the thing is, like, there's a lot to that, and I could have played voicemails that he sent me, and I could have played a lot of stuff. I don't play dirty like that. I was trying to keep it not personal, but when he did that, it did become personal. I was like, man, so I didn't even feel bad after dropping the review. I was like, he's exactly who I thought he was, and who I knew he was, and who everyone told me he was, and I ignored it, and that's why I was mad at myself. But, I'm not going to play all the voicemails he sent me. I'm not going to play the voicemails I have of stuff that he said about people. So I'm leave it at that. But I could have easily came with receipts. But I think I delivered my response perfectly well and called it a day.
Oh, like the police was chasing him. He said the original.
With Zay, yeah. Because when I was editing, his IG got hacked, so he had to change it.
Yeah. Were you in BWO?
No, I was never in. That's Lawrence's group.
Lawrence.
Cool with Lawrence. He's cool people. No, I've not been BWO. I did interview him, but I had to trash it because it was the audio on my end was really bad. It's before I had the Shuri right here. Yeah, it was the other one. The other was it?
I don't think you pronounced the E.
Blue Yeti.
I don't think you pronounced the E in sure.
The what?
I don't think you're supposed to pronounce the E in sure.
Oh, is it Shuri? Sure.
Yeah, I think it's sure. I think it's just sure.
Oh, okay, whatever. So, when me and him did the interview, it was just my audio was just terrible, so I didn't even drop the interview. I trashed it, and we linked up. We were supposed to shoot another follow-up interview, and that was my fault because I dropped the ball. I didn't follow up with him the day that I told him I was going to do it. So, we just haven't linked up since. So, I've heard nothing but good things from BWO. So I don't
Lawrence, know. But BNX.
Oh, maybe no. Then I don't know. I don't know who that is. Then.
Oh yeah, Lawrence is BWO. Lawrence is BWS.
Oh, BWS. Okay, sorry, my bad. Yeah, no, then I don't know who Ben X is. I've never been in BWO then. No.
Okay. All right, man. Appreciate you, Mark. I'd have been on here for an hour. I appreciate you for pulling up again.
Yeah, I appreciate it. My wife can be mad. She said, "You don't spend time with me."
It ain't about controversy. It ain't about smoke. It's about like having open, honest conversations. I know sometimes like I get passionate when I talk and it feel like I'm trying to force my opinion on people, but that's just how I am. I can't help it. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and it's about having open dialect to allow people to air out. That's why I kept trying to get Tranisha to pull up. I get people to air out their, you know what I'm saying, their side of it, because like I was saying, what Mark was doing was important for the community, because we need people to do that Better Business Bureau, dig into the backgrounds that people don't get to see. We need that, you know. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in.
And disclaimer, before we go one more time, disclaimer, I know some people are going to share this with the folks over there. My doors are always open. If y'all ever want to challenge me to things I say or say that I'm a liar, you're more than welcome to come on my show. I know there's a reason why I've never got sued, because before I started doing my thing, I made sure I did my due diligence of what I can and cannot say. But the doors are always open. They're more than welcome to come up. Listen, I said some stuff about Tom Nash, who's a YouTuber, has got 235,000 subscribers, who has had nothing but crappy picks for the past 2 years. And he came on my show and he defended himself and he admitted, I had some shitty picks, my bad. And we're cool. So
expose someone, hey, expose away. My sweetie say biggest takeaway for tonight's episode: discipline over dollars. Do your own research.
That's such an ugly shirt. Who would even buy that?
Somebody. I don't know. Somebody.
I know. I got mine. I'm just messing with you.
Somebody got it. I don't know.
It's cool. All right. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and thank y'all for listening to me rant. I appreciate it. Tim, as always, thank you so much for allowing me to come on your show, man.
Appreciate you, my guy. Get off my live.
Right,
Kicked out the door. Hey, y'all know how I like to end it, man. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can say today. Let your loved ones know that you love them today. Nobody's promised tomorrow. Don't just say it. Don't just show it. Say it, show it, and confirm it. When you speak to them, speak in their love language so they can receive the love that you're trying to give, right? It's not about what you intend, right? It's about the perception, right? The way they receive it, the way they perceive it. Speaking their love language so they can do it. Ain't nobody promised tomorrow, right? Again, if you're of the Christian walk, if you're of a praying person, prayers for my older brother, Anthony Brown. I appreciate it, right? Call your kids, your grown kids. Tell them you love them. Call your parents if they still with us. Tell them you love them. Take advantage today. Don't put that off. I appreciate y'all, man, for always tuning in. I'll see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the overnight price. Action. Gone, man.